Samu akwaba bia Amanyosem dwumade na guso awohwe fa edu ya atentama ye ni mpanyimfo si nkonyaje o madwen kire ye hwe kwapa ebesu so adwen de afade ekoso ho won so fa on kasa ho no adwen kire ne utirimo po fa de ekoso o man Ghana si kasam ne ntoto ye ho no fabre na enso kinkama ba WhatsApp number na da to screen so no na wudini ba bia send messages ni freni ade ho ye pa ne mpanyimfo enum de dwuman yewra citizen ato dazi ye chochofo panyine edema Great Consolidated Popular Party GCPP citizen Adwe.
Aye. Pomega. Yamanado. Ozache.
Rumboko.
Asabi last year me kada be mbisembio. Baba kai ne yamanado yeta si yewonkwa. I think now I want to be more optimistic for our next steps because we need to pump hope in the country. I end them and sheni ya na etutufo we take opportunity na wa afa omano because baby aye kwekudu no oya yim sisi kakra oya yim sisi pa nti it is unfortunate when we are not being given information. You understand? I mean, I don't know why it is difficult for us to be given simple information. Why we should constantly not be engaged. Until this is the time we need to be engaged. We need to be given the information. But sometimes, even when I meet some MPP communicators, they keep telling me the information behind you. The only thing they are saying, is conjecture. Why a war build war defense to be able to keep above sea level? Now, do you know the funny thing? I saw a book letter why I am my MPP communicators about achievement of each ministry. And under Ministry of Information, one of their achievements is they've been able to create a letterhead. I'm here the main trying to picture. But I'm the paragraph kitabida until minto mbisa. But so will be a
no
letterhead. Achievement of the various ministries and the Ministry of Information. One of the achievements is letterhead.
Me who that.
And I was like, you see, why are we joking? See, yedum pempendubia, Ghana for this is not the time for the vice president to be talking about giving free tablets to each student. At this time, what you're promising you? At this time, the vice president is telling us that they are going to give free tablets to every Ghanaian student.
Secondary school.
Yes, senior high school student. Wait, he was coming a little tablet. Mama family now was in secondary school.
Yenya Power Give Wache Dankwa government spokesperson on governance and security. Akwaba.
Sami Mejoso.
Apomi there.
But the Daroma or the chain, Chiao Saint Chia, with cheerful and washer for it's Miniakuma citizen. So that's it. Yamiadum or the Afino Achain. Ama January Bosomino, you do fin ama and Damia Saba account. Nimani Eko.
Still, I still have 2 more weeks to go.
14 days.
Hey. Oh, that way.
I'm going to your school fees in Mongotia.
Or say it's me, Honanka, General Bossum, see Chim 2.
Maybe I'll be fine.
Say Chim 2 because pressure will crumple. But, my mention commerce in Fenfield Horn, and then me who say a brand, Kitan, cost between a individual bondholders, or leadership, and government led by the finance minister Kenneth Kuntunkunuku Furiata. I saw you there. Munkita Udienu Kokusi saying, your reporters said the individual bondholders now rejected government offer. No,
so we bet you signing chair. We tear for the washer for any Miniakuma citizen. After that's it. Now, Makache it's here for say. Aban ebedo mase se aban hyehyeye bia aban de beto honom no mo bomoden ema aban ekyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ timemufo no ema mote ase yie same ohwa ende government of Ghana led by the Ministry of Finance share the independent bondholders no forum on leadership senior hosi ediano aban de nensem eto honom ekyerɛ mu sɛ bibia yedu no wiase ayɛden yɛnyakɔ IMF nkomode ama ya reach staff level agreement na ya staff level agreement no so na yɛsɛ yɛde hyehyɛ bi to honom ɛma board for no to me approve your bond no ɛma yɛn about $3 billion ansa na quarter no akɔ na wie individual bondholders and also the Amanyosem eto honom etra aban say omujitum say debt exchange program na hu hia pa also say omo anka say ntumi invest omo individual bonds ne de anka aban embomodin eyi omo mfim eko na nim kakra na ye hyehye ye no aban eka say ya be set up working group omujuma no ebehya ase ochra you can say individual bond holders no forum no omfa nipa miensa embra na aban working group no ehio mo ama nkomodie no ayeye ama akoso to be fair member individual bond holders no forum no abaso say omo nyanti ase ema nkomo na omo ni aban die no eko ni ye ansa na ye ba bedin ye hye nkomo yase no utwa policeman bi video aban agitum say jumade na yedi no ya homte ebeka obia nanso aban I say a voluntary no etre say enye obia ena ese ena fata say obe sign on to the individual bond holders osha aban say ye pebeye 80% success so mo be sign on so me be 80% na so share 1.3 million individual bond holders na that's a share about 20% omun to me sign na be nipa be 260,000 na sa nipa 260,000 me check individual bond holders omo platform omo set up I go for sign no momo Dubai nipa 180,000 to be fair early days ebi omo betumi abro 20% na yenim say omo sign no but abai ahye nkomo na say ayeni omo di nkomo ahye say ntiase ebe yedwuma na Professor Stephen Adai e wo honom ono anso ka say ono ne sikenya 2/3 of it in bonds bosumine tremu December no na eseni coupon bi mature be 100,000 plus or requesting so sikanin buy to be fair atio bia but nearby ne can say first a voluntary opa obe sign opa will sign may appreciate the concern of the ACP mutumi se okasa no eyade a ha no yie pa ye be hye no in crime say aban emfa ne nsan kan nisika esan say ono on sign on the government bonds say opeso ye debt exchange program no but me sure say leadership na omo abebu hu aban no omo represent ono any other vulnerable people but aban so be say obetumi protect the life and livelihood of the Ghanaian people. It was quite an interesting one, kakra. Osha senior hosi at the quotation to honum. Already Exodus chapter 5 verse 1. Science already krata bifi Proverbs. Minister so already krata from Leviticus. That just say aya dia aye enijibebre. The minister di obi enim say Taisha White or trokron kron ejina so. Senior Jose on also share white as I share white shoe. Na ama atmosphere no aye fine pa. Near air con no enye ntokwa. nkomodie aban ene Ghana for edi
ede na ede abidu ha say
same nyema bebre nyema bebre yedi ho nkomo a sisi akobo so kra na nkofo buefu so bekaya ya share jumadi ase from 2017 Ghana buying a single digit inflation consistently from 2017, 2018 and 2019. Asema me see kana go for buefu and they say COVID-19 I ba Ghana any we asia fanenya destroy economies be brain. Asema ko so ayesan kan na ma e bia Ghana for bebre bufu any Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So me to be fair, san niema mienu we impact no impact globally. Obekaya UK na who say who your prime minister who your exchequer the exercise almost is say na economists no we bring na into me standing and last year by mid year on June July on close to about 100 countries echo Washington I shall say any IMF edin komo into debt exchange program ye crow bebre aye Greece for aye Iraq for aye Uruguay aye Ukraine aye Russia for aye Madagascar for aye in crow bebre aye omenya high success rate into you best Ghana for say some person be sign buying debt exchange program na enye boni e voluntary into ACP President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo on finance and council a voluntary unyan sign any day and ya do be adding inside a council but we appreciate or challenge a buying ajatum say Ghana yeding and we are safe and yeding but a buy find measures in place send a bear ACP usikana wa bra wa ye juma winyano a buy between abo buying amawo and a womba and no bamba it's nya reshumu say bibia ebe ye fine
yamfa gidi enhyem
obia ntumi fa gidi enhyem say working kan wo Ghana domestic debt our boss net obeka ya Dr. Tinkran ne Senate leadership no mutumi increase pensioners pension by 25%. Now even at the midst of that me no can say the oldest pensioner at the end of the month when receive 169,000 Ghana cedis. It's Debbie me say the highest contributor. And the highest contributor when receive 169,000 Ghana cedis. That's good enough money for
that's 1 out of million.
Of course. To be fair. But then also MIA who say Ghana say Udu baby so planning for retirement. It's say retirement and no dachi. Tenye bibia na ebia SSC a odbe akoko and odbe toka and odbe ye niam ehun banfa so ma. O dachi no so to me ehwe say eho ekoyi emai.
O predecessor Omampeni Kufuor one oil well Jubilee Mahama Tamils 82 ebeka ho. So by the time I won't inherit it from your predecessor, no. Now what 3 oil wells are nina etu, nina ye juma. Besides that, we catch the Ghana for say TC Castle and so come there. So o baby boom no ama Ghana for what to you sika from. Oil wells ni me and say idea ye juma. O predecessor ejao capital investment. Which say Kotoka Terminal 3, ability say Kotokraba Market, Ketia Market, Ofaba ability say a Tuabo gas processing plant to the jar. Energy sector investment be bring a coy, Senka Haba Craba Baby Babia, a bit me export electricity near the neighboring countries. Indeed, 2017 President Kache say, yes, export electricity to the neighboring countries. Then you know just to make money near to me. But this is the economy of predecessor. Are we no more sitting on the money? Said the President Kai. Why has it become so difficult to the extent say ya baba benum pempensua e bin si da e wo Ghana abakosem? Why?
Same after 6 years of being in government, Incomodie ni to me indeed with predecessor after 6 years of being in government.
Really?
Aban a continuum. Inti so ohwe mo header na mo dia to honom say individual bondholders reject government proposal no enye sanity. Yene individual bondholders ni issue no aban set up committee. Ti catch producer and say onsesa when say individual
I didn't aban set up committee.
Esan say
agree.
Debi. Come yes omo buy no na aban eni omo dey nkomo. Na omo consensus omo wono aban set up working committee a omo ni omo be shade nkomo. Inti proposal bi eni hono ma e dia to hono ma individual bondholders na reject it. Ye komodie na fe ni ahase. Inti ma onsesa sa na header na dia to say
is it not government
individual
decision?
bondholders reject government proposal.
Is it not government decision to let's say ordinance to or more investment or more ISO? If there's nothing like that, would there be any conversation between these?
Aban say voluntarily. So I mean, Aban say voluntarily. So open say we go through debt exchange program now, be sign on as an individual bondholder. Aban say voluntarily. Inti the forum there by be share Aban no. Omo reject Aban proposal. It's as Aban and for proposal beyond to honor with incomodie na yedi no. Omuni aban enya adwen with the individual bondholders voluntary.
And the government proposal say ntuaw this year, them 2025, 2037 with this percentage.
Producer.
And the government
Debbie Osesa headline no say.
Okay.
Individual bondholders.
Leave that one to us. Leave that one. Yeah, leave that one to us. Tell us what you think is the truth. Leave that one.
I know that make actually say no crane woman say aban as a listening government, Monday, extend bondholder deadline to 31st of January to make way say between me a TA forum now. Only a leadership of Nipa Bay 9 and a by into Yakazo, you best set up technical committee. Only Nipa Miensa now Omumbedi Omunim na entrance in Indian Common. Now, Yenfa may be in church. If you're no manner, you to me a share. Na betumi aye
sabe amfa ne sanka sasika ya abe amfa ne sanka sasika ya because said me kan no expert me ati asese sika ye ka ho asem ni about 8 billion Ghana cedis sabe amfa ne sanka sasika we ya me say Ghana as a nation without this 8 billion no we can move on.
Oh some unim ye call for program. You go for an IMF program. I see a kai. Inti insheshe bi wonu ma see de tutu honom asoman. Na san hwehwe no debt exchange program e ka ho. San say no debt sustainability. GDP to debt sustainability e ka ho. Say to me sustainable over the long haul. Inti san nema menu we any inyama bebre ka ho for aban. Ya de aban edi ho djuma. I don't think it should be a cause for worry.
Ghanaians will rate your performance per your predecessor records Awuja and how I will rate your predecessor. 2014-2015 IMF program, the then government, you restricted, you man limit when it comes to your public sector employment. You campaign on that. Okay, I say Abani is sensitive. When you in Ghana for and inti and I won't bankrupt for a wage. Though there was a limit. Per this program, I will do one the IMF. No, there's a total ban, according to government this year. There's a total ban on public sector employment. Now, what's the one fair juma? Via Ghana. What to abandon juma for work to 30%. Electricity needs you 38%. What if free more minus 8? Inflation and a year 54.1%. Now, omo mako ye adwuma wi akwa homegiem ene omo ase be omo ye adwuma akra bi no musika akwakoto bond se be your beginning won di aba no. You are planning to take over that bond. How do you expect these Ghanaians to survive?
Sami
and let me finish this one. And say o predecessor a mistake by subscribing to IMF conditionality a restricted from public sector employment. Then why are you going for conditionality? I place a total ban on public sector employment?
I mean, baby, I don't know. In person, you be call in your campaigning on any the realities on the ground.
That's the social contract you sign with us.
And your social contract now, you need Ghana for a sign. You deliver on them. Now you name say COVID be back. Now you name say Russia for be invade Ukraine. Ni ni say we yourself and ni nya be yedin. Now so in near my you can ya a seat team a bopo. I can see be your flagship programs you can planting for food and jobs, free SHS, one district, one factory, industrialization. Near education, infrastructure, road. Near see hospital, agenda 111. Sunyani Airport, Tamale Airport, Ho Airport, Kumasi Airport, ACC Senior, a number of nearby you can see as promises. And gradually, I'm buying it in the need hour year. I mean, no doubt in my mind, say, by the time we do 2024 general election, that be bring a bomb ding. Buy a bomodin with tax, with some tax, citizen tax, me tax, and no more motion tax. It made the abu of mine, I'm on mine.
I have several more than 1 billion questions to ask, but for the sake of time, let me engage Ato. Senior Ato, why are we here? Who said DNA dear baby do something? And are you convinced about government decision to say if you cry individual bondholders in institutions in debt exchange program, are you convinced how government want to rescue the economy?
Sabe maminchia ashofo. Na minchia awona minya paragraph. Minya paragraph. Abwejuma. Abwejuma. I mean, you see, I've always known Paragraph, and I always say that he's one of the fine gentlemen who is very committed to what he does, and he does it with some form of passion. And since Paragraph took the position that he is in now, the passion with which Paragraph Odi Nejumaneu will do me. No, but the circumstances would do me the passion. Especially the finance minister. At least I want to see the Paragraph I know. I want to see the Paragraph that gives me the kind of encouragement. Because, Sabi, you've not seen Paragraph. Even Paragraph. I'm telling you, you've not seen Paragraph.
I have witnessed him once on original FM Hostino. That day.
Which year was that?
That was 2020. Yeah.
Oh, you've not seen Paragraph. You've not seen Paragraph. See, go and look at Paragraph 2018-2019. That was Paragraph. I'm telling you, and I'm being frank with all of you. See, check any MPP serious. Kojo Opon Kuma. How many times do you hear of him now?
For more than 6 months.
How many times? These were sharp people based on when government was delivering and free SHS Abai were introducing. You could see when I because that is how they are. But Nyama makes more to we do moja. I'm telling you, and is I mean, they can take it or leave it, but that is the truth. Anybody that know your from now, some are making. See, it be said there, it was not able to baby away. Past successive governments have had their role to play. That is why Ghana for G2 when MPP led by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo told us when they were in opposition there, Ghana yene economy na ye running. When we were there, they can move it from taxation to production. When we were there, yet is there is so much money in Ghana So all you need to do is tax all our roads, toll, put toll on all our roads, and you can get enough money to do road construction in Ghana. When they saw there, oh, Ghana, you have a gorgeous back economy. So what they are going to do is going to do a serious industrialization drive. Waka kanya me bebre ya G2, and you want ya adwen na more power. I mean, as of 2019, there was no COVID in Ghana. And the IMF, the World Bank, and other rating institutions told Ghana, Mama Ghana Kokobo, that the rate at which we are going, we would experience a debt distress. Ghana for catch up and the abene. Sabe, yeme bia and the money be a route to know. It is more populist. What years old here and sana why is all fatal. I mean, I keep saying in there, the truth of the matter in there. Nursing training allowance, teachers training allowance, and other politics. They be oba fairness at train. Obia. A school require, it is likely to get a job. You are giving the person an allowance. And I make a beard education, and I make a social science. I will university. I'm a real schooler. It is not likely that I will get a job immediately. No, I am taking a loan. I mean, I am making one mentality. Then why can't teachers and nurses be given loans instead of allowance, which are grants? Yeah, they are politics. Yeah, they are Amanyosem. In the we said that Yarfa Mbebuna what it if Yemo is Sika 700 Ghana cedis. Yes, in NAPCO Nation Builders Corps. Menyoka say Menwu Nation be our building. When we didn't have a direct source of where we're getting the revenue to do these payments. A government that said that is doing an industrialization drive now turn around and complain about excess power capacity. I said, we're excess of it. And if you are doing an industrialization drive, don't you really need it? And then you ask you obi, is it there? You don't need to go and look for the power. You have the power, so you can use it for your industrialization drive. Now, out of the 129 means what the account that factories are what's wasted or wabadu. Be some there, which of them in a oil equivalent to. If you Ghana ye imports, other imports, and Yama ye imports by Ghana, no. Which of these factories? No, also, I know.
Like rice, like sugar, like frozen food. Chicken.
Which of them? Which of the factories? 129 now. Which of them? This is our production. We're reducing your Ghana ye imports. Meanwhile, from 2014 to 2018. In a yen import or down. In Tinka coffee debate importing down. But Bissau that time was when our import was going up. So even to the extent that Ghana became the largest importer of used clothing. Ghana.
Today we import cassava.
So, you can't there. It is only because of COVID and Russia-Ukraine war. I begin to shudder. I'm not saying those things have no contribution. Yes. Or the Sunsuandra or Zabra money in Ghana can yes. But Yaman Kura ne Biane Basibia ye Wahanoso on brilliant more money in front of Tempra. See. Lack of transparency now will push us into the ditch. I mean, your paragraph or kind individual bondholders. Now, one reject now. See, I thought it was captured very well because it was out of their rejection. That was why this meeting happened. In the meeting, it would never have happened. Because, you see, either you see, the piano ended an American and the Payampa, we are not learning lessons. I mean, Ilevi, Kokotako, bulldozer, you want to push your way through, you didn't engage the people. When you saw the backlash, all into one revenue and a project in Sanka. Young IMF in there, young IMF fortuna, and the next day, nature is IMF. There will be no haircut. I didn't no, yet, Pagave did the wasn't saying what fair you or Suibia. Sakura, taffy.
You did bread aba. You did Samina for to know the bread.
So, when these inconsistencies occur, it builds mistrust, it builds loss of credibility. So, anything that government wants to do, even if it is for a good cause, nobody trusts it. See, Siano, as some are paragraph reading, one or two what can the debt exchange program on here by force. Into a peer man here. Paragraph some working. You know, be quite oslo because most more can pass or on here by force. You, if you like, you can sign to it. This government has made us careful by its actions and inactions today. Or can on here by force. Or you for you, na signer. Walankasana, wala or bash show. And people are scared. That is the truth. See, sometimes I feel like our president does not even know what is happening. Because people who sit in cabinet come out to say something different and even talk to the finance minister publicly that he should consider certain things. The general secretary of the party, MPP, sits in cabinet. Yet when the finance minister went to the party office, he was begging him about the individual bondholders. The majority leader, Ose Chairman Sabonsu, publicly was talking about this issue. The majority chief whip. So you ask yourself, do people even around know what is really happening? Behind him. In the end, the program, say if the program, and I was trying to look for the forms they sent to people. On that forms, they told you that if you do not sign before a certain day, you do so at your own peril. They say, I'm for one sign, Shasi. Which can ocha man baby some because my catcher over there programming in sign. You saw people rushing. They don't know left, right, center until these Kofu Bay was a young form of group in them. Then they felt okay, there could be some form of a respite. Maybe on your individuals, no work no meet government. Abana in here Kofu to be on the same page with you, the same level with you. No, you find ways to engage them. I mean, since a baby you do we can honestly so money you can't on money buy na yet me be. To me, I won't wish that we never succeed in this way. My prayer is that all of us have a better understanding so we can come around. This is not the time we can keep on complaining. Because you're complaining, you would have been wanting. But I am your other kind of the listening government. On the day, Munjeka. Oh, this government, listening government, you join. Ha! Ujamfu sabi enyim de sabi oye senchima ye kote no obi a bototwe na adwe ma amunya listening government no mponyi ono na ye kasa mo sin de who are you see when you are talking they ask you your experience ben ewo awu yimbade
ufra busia be
why that we say that because osafumafo Ekuya na say Edubuahi, and then Kenoforiata. What's what free experiences? What do more 86 years of experience in the stock market and managing assets. So who are you to come and say that what suggestion is better off and we shouldn't listen to these three people? He said that is how we are being questioned. Na said be me there nyanso yi ba kufu ni tiro. Does it mean Palgrave does not Palgrave you can do more advice nor offer any possible solutions? No. No. So I feel we need to engage. The main engagement here, Palgrave can want me. Say be mami there. It builds some form of confidence. Because when you meet people, they talk to you one on one. When we there, you want to casa. What was it? What was it? Because you see, there's a lot of misconception. Palgrave, you've given room for a lot of misconception because there's no information. Palgrave, it's somewhere can. It's another station, but someone in Panoka, it's different because they've not been given information that it is solid enough for them to go out. Now, simple more information was true. Because Warwick who could defend it strongly, and they mentioned one as someone. When they came strongly defending young IMF, oh, we are a sovereign nation, we are a proud nation, young IMF. I didn't know IMF. I don't know someone. Oh, this deadline, we are not going to extend it. We are not going to extend it. I didn't know we have extended it to 31st. It is possible there will be more extension. So we are the union mayari. Why are we not learning lessons from all that has happened in the past? Now, based on all those lessons, we are the crossroads. Maybe no other external factors. Or we cannot compromise. We need you on board. Yes, you might not get your money full now, but we can assure you that you will get it at the long run. Those who are owed in certain brackets, we will cut this one off so that their first year, instead of year 5%, they might get 10%. Those who are probably 50 years and above will be at them, but those who are younger, so that you can make certain kind of arrangement. It is only when you meet the people when you can make these arrangements. But when you decide not to meet them and not to do anything and go your way just because you know that you have the goodwill of the people, you are in problem. Because this government has been very fortunate. Ghana for Nyamanka, Ghana for Yano, can see you tone it down. In think a good way it should be a springboard for them to jump higher. But Sebi, the Bible says, I'm the Timodeka Krena Waban. Wama Sebi. Jimmy Kakra Bata Wakumau. That was the say.
I mean, kind WhatsApp messages, first batch of WhatsApp messages are about 25 of them. My baby, if you nara, our budget already, and so no. What do you dear Cobobisia, Eddie, and so no. They say, Wakwam Jessica, master for mammy, and I'm never teacher of mine. First, while I say, good evening, Hunter, why won't they finance? Why won't finance minister bring us own interest he made on the loans Ghana took so that we pay him back in 2037? Data bank, when a business, so maybe you have to go to them. Mr. Hunter, good evening to you all. Hunter, may God help you for helping Ghanaians in this way by showing wonderful videos which expose the wickedness of Nanado, Baumia, and Furiata. Nana, why should people vote for you and serve this country as well, and you treat them in this bad way? I don't blame you much, but blame the Kafuis, Solos, the cathedral pastors who always support you to punish us. What kind of difficult president is this? Moses Kaswa. Always sleep with one eye open. Never take anything for granted. Your best friend might just be your enemies. Next time, if someone comes to you and said, try me, you will think twice. Free man, it's a good evening, Sammy. It's a good evening, Hunter. I'm happy to hear from you. In fact, we have to petition IMF, World Bank, and UN on this issue because a lot of lives may be lost if this is implemented. Nene aprosu the second free ada and the abre. Positive change, Medina. I will say our problem as a nation is MPP. Our suffering as a nation today is MPP. Our hardship we face today is MPP. The corruption we see today is MPP. To liberate this country from the destruction, bring back the NDC and JM. It's a good evening, Hunter. You made a statement which I really liked. You said, and I quote, those of us collecting salaries at the end of every month, no the seat top, na pensioner. Kofi, we say the problem we're facing in Ghana now is free education. Really? There was a good evening, Igwe Mafia. Please, where are those so-called Council of State members whose our tasks are being wasted on? In these useless advices they have been given to Akufo-Addo Bawumia and the entire MPP government, are they sleeping and don't know what is happening in this country called Ghana? Corruption, corrupt people, country breakers. Carlos Ofo Emmanuel, Nima, Nidieni. Good evening, Mr. Sam. You are great, Mr. Sam. Thanks for your great work. May Lord Yahweh bless you and your family. But the Bible said in Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1, say to be careful about going to the temple. It is better to go to there to learn than to offer sacrifices as foolish people do. People who don't know right from wrong, think before you speak and don't make any rash promises to Yahweh. He is in heaven and you are on earth, so don't say anymore. You have to. I am John Aseliga Edifree Abu Kumasi and do free Abre. We say good evening, Sammy. I'm Samuel Tete from Tema Newtown. Please, next time you bring Kafui on your program, we will stop watching your program because we can't waste our precious time to watch someone who knows the truth but can't admit it. I have one advice for him. If he doesn't stop telling lies, his children also learn from him. Thank you. And Kafui niha. I'm to Kafui. Nrana Kafui by you. It's good evening, Sammy. This current MPP, this current government in power has failed we, the Ghanaians, totally without thinking of us nor the future of this country. How can a vice president stand in public and tell us they are going to buy tablets for SHS students? Asemo, please, is this issue on bond going to affect treasury bills? Yes. Yenua Kofi, treasury bills are affected.
But
treasury bills.
No, we have no reason to believe whatever you say. Because the country said there's not going to be any haircut. How can I?
Don't cause fear and panic.
Oh, what's fear?
David, yes, and I say, oh, person cause fear and panic to Ashe for.
Tell me why I should trust you.
I'm buying a very listening government. Ghana for edgy buying D.
Okay.
Ghana for a Amanyosem. Ghana for so a sign for buying. If you are buying a listening government, a buying a tier Ghana for your messages, banner working kind. As I say, would you buying D? Essence say, a buying can sema Odiso.
A bank catch him some payment what the back. A bank catch him says there's not going to be any haircut. Any haircut about. So we can't imagine so the idea behind it. We can't just trust anybody because the person is talking.
Difficulties.
But Abai also said there will be no individual bondholders will not be affected. Was very categorical.
Okay, all right. Kofi Kofodia, the what's no year no. I say, good evening, bro. This is true. They did same to me at Commercial Bank, Domi branch. Up to date, they told me they will call me. But they didn't call. Okay. You know, also the flash man not there about. We say, God bless you for your good work. Yeah, that's it. We say, good evening, Mr. Host. Is this man sure that it's voluntary? And what if nobody volunteer? I believe force we applied. Force we applied. Someone can offer and Wakacha say to strike sad domestic exchange debt exchange out out of equation. It's not part of the government. Where there, Bebaso. So when would MPP government realize they are the problem of this country? They created so many ministries which they use taxpayers' money to pay them, but up to now they have not realized it. The other day I heard Baumia saying they want to swap gold for oil and see if it will reduce pressure on the city. Clearly, they have no idea on what to do. Mantra, say Matra Makwe government. MPP never again in the history of Ghana. Senriam Godfred Edifrin Koko. Good evening, Sammy. Ask Pargrieve if he has something good doing in the USA. Why did he have to come to Ghana to do politics? Is it because he has nothing good doing, and he should not think that those of us watching are daft. Please tell the MPP man their corruption, attitude, arrogance, and greediness led us to this debt exchange. PJ, Edifipo Kwase. Okay, you know, Mutaru, Mutaru messages here sometimes, I never do. Well, say, I can only pray that civil war or uprising shouldn't surge in Ghana. What is currently happening is scary, but the wicked and devilish Akufo-Addo doesn't care. For many reasons, I stand strongly with Councillor Martin Kpegbu that the money is there, but the misplaced priority of super incompetent Akufo-Addo Bawumia is legendary. This government is telling us that there is no money, but they pay some 3.6 million to Reverend Kwesi Boateng criminally, but for the oversight of Honorable Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa of the NDC, we won't know. But Monto, have you noticed that all Akufo-Addo appointees are super arrogant and nepotistic? Even as they are caught red-handed, they still try to intimidate the one pursuing them and the general public. Pargrave is still saying the debt exchange program is voluntary, but that is conspicuously facts lie. They are actually forcing the bondholders to sign without any favorable alternative. Sammy, my spirit is down after watching the videos of the bondholders. Sammy, you are the best. Faisa Mutaru, Trobu constituency. Good evening, Sammy Hunto. MPP government is a disaster to our country, Ghana. Why am I saying that? President Nana Akufo-Addo doesn't respect anybody because he feels he is older than the country. Never shall we make a mistake voting for someone who is older than the country. My name is Christian Sote from Tema Newtown. Mr. Hunto, good evening. This MPP government is a disgrace to governance in Africa. Whilst they are picking your pocket, then they are shouting, Juloe, Juloe, Stephen Kofi, Edifradenta. Mr. Hunto asked the MPP guy that if the people agree to domestic debt exchange, why should they petition Kali Bishop Conference? Then Aprosu II, Edifradenta. But see, the MPP man at the studio is not speaking the truth like how all MPP communicators, MPs, DCs are doing. Please, I may kindly ask the MPP man that what will they come out again, which will convince the citizens of this country. Free SHS. Hi, I'm Richard from Agona Dunkwao. I'm really enjoying the program. I think the man over there has been offered something to defend the government. He don't know his left from right. This MPP government has failed. he has to admit and stop that visual achievement that have not been completed. Talk the truth on the ground. They should remember that God is watching them. Thank you. Last one was a brass. Achievement. Say achievement. The paragraph the neck achievement. Brass. There is something bothering me that is not part of the discussion. How many of the leadership of Ghana pays property rate? As for this one, even Ghana Revenue Authority for they can't even tell you. Anyway.